Hey, I'm at work and yeah, I'm doing the thing again. I'm doing the intro thing again, the intro to the podcast on my phone because I'm a professional. I'm a professional podcast guy that does smartphone intros to the podcast. But this week is very special. I was in Madison, Wisconsin on tour with my band Downtown Brown, and I've started seeing all this shit pop up on Instagram, and it's a band playing in a Denny's, and the shit went viral. And somehow I got in touch with them and was like, hey, do you want to do a podcast in a van? And they said, yeah. So I got to know the band WACKO from Long Beach, California, and they hung out in the van before the show in Santa Ana. And there's a line wrapped around the fucking building. I mean, like, they're blowing the fuck up. And what's really cool about this band is they have a spotlight on them right now, and they're taking that spotlight and they're shining, they're diverting the spotlight, and they're putting it on the DIY scene in Southern California. They're like, fuck us. This is about us, like the scene. Yeah, it was probably the most fun I've ever had yet doing this podcast. It was just fucking chaos in the van and laughs and talk about ICP and whatnot. So I don't know what to say. WACKO, the band, is more than just a meme. They are a fucking family, and it was amazing meeting them, and I'm just super excited. I'm super excited about lots of things right now. Music with guitars is still happening, and it's still being supported by young people in America all fucking over the place. So all of you fucking old heads that are on Facebook complaining about how guitar music is dead, you're not looking hard enough. And WACKO will tell you this in the interview, and they told me this, and I believe it. I've seen it with my own eyes. So yeah, the future is now, and it's an exciting time to be alive. Without further ado, here's the interview. SUPcast, WACKO, Southern California. Enjoy. I haven't had I haven't had a full band in here. I've just had members of bands.
Wow.
I have.
Luke, we're missing our drummer. He's
okay, never mind.
But he might pop in.
I have one mic, so you pass it around.
Okay, Michael, you want to get in here? Yes. All right, wait. You sit down.
I think.
Yeah, you get in here.
Oh, this is the best. Crack a window, Allie. He's gonna probably light that spliff.
Can we all fit?
Yeah, come on. The more the merrier.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right.
Okay, this mic is the only mic, which means it needs to be passed.
Hey, bro, you ain't got no
So.
shirt, bro. What's up? I could be selling merch right now, bro.
No one has it all.
Fuck, damn, man. Where he at?
He said he's on his way. You should call him.
You wanna do the podcast, dude?
I get it.
Here, someone hold this.
Tony, hold it.
Someone hold this. And it's gonna pick up whoever's closest to it, so make sure. And we're rolling, right?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, cool. Hey.
Hey.
Hey, what's up? I'm Neil. I've never met any of you.
Neil sings in Reagan Youth.
Yeah. I just started. I'm new. I'm not like, I literally just did 2 tours with those humans. Yeah.
Just did 2 tours
Yeah.
with Reagan Youth.
It's new.
That's tight.
Yeah, it's new. Well, because I met Paul. We did, I used to tour manage them, and we did the It's Not Dead Fest. And Paul got sick, and they had to take him away on a stretcher. Like 5 minutes before they played, and our booking agent looks at me and he's like, you. No, that's what happened.
That's so cool.
Oh my God.
He looked at me and said, you, and I didn't know all the songs, right? So I got up there with a guitar and I had to fake it.
Right.
And in front of, It's Not Dead Fest, it was 2017.
Dude,
So
hilarious.
yeah, it was weird. And then Paul's like, hey, we need a vocalist. And the rest, and
The rest is history.
yeah. So pass the mic. Introduce yourselves, because
Okay, I'm Gartex. I play guitar. I sing sometimes for the band WACKO.
I'm Eucalyptus. I play the bass guitar in the band WACKO.
I'm Michael, and I am the 5th WACKO.
Yeah.
Michael is so humble. He's our cult leader.
That's true.
My name is Zoin, and I sing and play guitar in WACKO. And Alan, he's not here. He's late. He's somewhere.
Yeah, where is that?
Alan, where are you? Alan, we miss you.
All right, his new name is Hoop. He changed
Yeah, there you
his
go.
slave name after Denny's happened. Now he's a new man.
So I'm here with WACKO from Long Beach, right? LBC?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I moved to Southern California in 2016 from the Detroit area.
Congratulations.
Yeah. And
MC5, man.
so yeah, MC5. So and Insane Clown Posse. So so we just met. All of us literally just met, but the coolest thing I ever did in my entire life was my band got to record a song with the Insane Clown Posse, like as a feature.
What? Wait, what band?
My band's called Downtown Brown.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wait, with the fucking Sum 41 guy, right?
Yeah, well, no.
No?
No, that's Brown Town Sound.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That dude's Canadian.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
Well, and I'm where I'm from is like right across the river.
from Canada.
From Canada. Yeah, Detroit, you cross the river, you're in Ontario. You're in Windsor, Ontario.
Red Wings.
Yeah, the Red Wings, Hockey Town.
Gordie Howe.
So I was on tour with my band Downtown Brown last weekend, and I was fucking around on Instagram, and I saw this story pop up. My friend posted a story, and it said, "What the fuck is up, Denny's?" And then it's a snap, not even snap. What is it? A fucking video of your guys' show at the Denny's thing. And immediately I'm a nerd. Like if something sparks my interest, I just like go full on. Like I get obsessed with things. Like my obsession right now is Brockhampton. I don't know if you do any. No, Brockhampton's the boy band, the hip hop boy band collective from Texas.
That sounds tight.
It,
You guys know what that is?
it's kind of emo, sad boy, kind of like pop rap stuff. But when I found you guys, I'm just like, what is this all about? Because it reminded me of some shit that I used to do. We used to throw like these backyard wrestling parties. I'm 38 years old.
Oh, I fucking love backyard wrestling.
Yeah.
Are you talking about in Detroit?
In Detroit.
I've seen those videos.
Yeah.
Those are fucking tight.
So like 20 years ago when my band first started, we did these parties where everyone would pay $5 and they'd come and we were renting out this house and they would fill the basement and then we would fucking play our shit and then all of a sudden a fight would break out, but it was like a planted fight.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So and then it would spill out into the backyard, and it was fucking. My friends would just kick the shit out of each other for 45 minutes, and then the whole crowd would go back in the basement when we finished our set. But that was a long time ago.
No, that's genius shit. We're gonna steal that idea, dude.
We'd steal it. Yeah, plants like Andy Kaufman type shit. And when I saw,
We did backyard wrestling
What?
in
a
fucking
pool
San
of
Jose.
blood.
Yeah, we did a backyard wrestling show in San Jose, and it was in a pool of blood.
like not real blood,
Not real
like ghost.
blood.
What kind of blood? What kind of blood?
It's fake blood.
Kool-Aid blood.
It was a versus set with this.
It was a versus set with Heck Dorland.
This is a sick power violence band from San Jose.
San Jose.
Yeah.
How long y'all been playing?
For a year now.
1 year. Our first show.
Pass the mic.
We snuck onto a show New Year's Eve in Long Beach. They told us we couldn't play, and then we played anyway. And the guy whose house it was like coked out upstairs or something. Had no idea, and it was a great time.
Yeah.
And that was 1 year ago today.
And
Oh, not today. New Year's Eve.
and
Pretty much a
how
year
how
ago.
often would you say you play? Once every couple weeks?
Dude, every week for
Every
the
week?
past fucking year.
How would?
On
Pretty
two
much.
tours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 tours and
I pointed toward him to keep my.
Yeah. Make sure the mic is close.
Can you hear? Are you monitoring?
Slightly, but I'll turn it up a little louder.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
I can fix it in post,
if
too.
you can do it. All right.
Just everyone yell and we'll hear everything.
All right.
Yeah, because
That's
these things
it.
pick up negative 57 dB,
Okay.
which means you can hear a pin drop over
Right,
there
yeah.
if it's quiet. If
Right.
everyone's yelling, then we'll fucking hear everything.
Right, but it's omnidirectional, right?
That's true, yes.
Okay, all right.
Yes, it is multi-directional.
Okay, cool. All right.
omnidirectional.
Awesome. Yeah, right.
So Michael, what is your relation? You're the fifth WACKO, but
Right.
how did you meet this band?
Well, Luke is my son,
Okay.
and you know,
Give him the mic.
what a privilege that was. What an experience it's been. You know, he's like such a special fucking person. You know, and
Influenced by the most special.
no, he was special from the day he was born, and so you know, and I love him. And I have 5 kids, and I'm from the '60s, and I wanted one of my kids to get into music, and they all love music, but it went through 4 of them before got to Luke, and then that's just his language. That's what he's about.
Musical genius.
You know, so he's like incredible. He can play anything.
Michael gave birth to 4. Or Michael's sperm was so strong it produced 5 geniuses. And
put them in one body
of different kinds.
Yeah.
No, and Luke was the 5th genius.
5th genius.
The 5th genius, and he encaptured the musical genius.
That's amazing. So you have some sperm, sir.
He's got some.
Yeah.
You should sell your sperm,
Yeah.
Michael, dude.
That's right.
And the world
Yeah.
would be different.
I'm with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, you know, and the thing that's so beautiful is that you know, I was a child of the '60s. You know, the summer of love. You know, that was like in you know, the Balearic Islands in Spain. You know, with drop right exactly. So you know, just floating off the planet, and you know, I feel that now. You know, there was that period of the '70s, '80s, and '90s where there was a little bit of it, mostly in the neighborhood of the Grateful Dead. You know, that you could connect. People were, you know, partying.
We're the next Grateful Dead.
Shut
the fuck up.
But
I'm with it.
But now, you know, I came and it's awesome. All these guys are incredible. They're incredible people, beautiful people, every one of them, and it's like a big community, and it's like that '60s. It has that feel of love and uplifting, you know?
Yeah.
Not kind of like down, and it's not about performing. It's about being with everybody and creating community, and the music is... There's no barrier between the audience and the musicians.
Yeah, and that's why I noticed that the Denny's clip, there was no PA.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
Right.
And then Gabby's amp broke. And
Yeah,
so
talking the mic.
Right now we're the most struggling. We're the best struggling artist, starving artist story in Los Angeles. Right
Tell
now.
the story.
Well, I mean, we're all fucking broke as shit. I just finally moved into a house, living in my van for like 7 years.
I used to live in this van.
This is a perfect van to live in. I was about to tell you as soon as I moved in. I'm trying to move back into my van.
You want to move into my van with me? No, you know, you got a place now. You got a spot now.
Well, now I got a
I know
great
we
place.
just met. But
I
come
feel
move
like
into my van, man.
I've lived in vans for 9 years.
Yeah.
You know, overall, I can see myself living in a van with you, dude.
It gets harder with more than one person.
Well, I lived in a van for 5.5 years with a girl and a basset hound.
There you go. There you go. This van's hard because I put all the gear back here. It's got this cage.
Well, you have the cage that'll
Yeah.
save your life if you crash, and all your gear won't kill you.
Exactly. We rolled our van in 2010
Oh my-
on the highway coming back from Chicago, and we didn't have one of these things.
What did you?
And we were just very lucky. Like the
Oh,
van got totaled, but all of us were
See,
okay.
that's how much does it cost to put one of those? I just
Mike-
got an old van.
Michael got a van for the band, dude.
Oh, that's amazing.
You got a
You
van?
gotta have a van if you're in a band.
We've
man.
got it. Yeah.
But this, I don't remember how much this cost. Like, we did a bunch of shows in Detroit before I moved out here, and I pretty much took all the money that we made at the shows, and then I just bought this thing and I got this thing welded. This is welded spots right here.
Oh, you know, see, that's the thing. If I go up to Mikey, he can do that.
Yeah.
One of the other geniuses. One of the other geniuses.
He
Yeah.
can do anything like that.
Consult the geniuses.
Right.
Yeah. Consult multiple geniuses.
Right, so it protects the equipment. People can't get it, and then it also
doesn't kill you when you crash your van on some rock and roll shit.
Okay, you know Mike Watt, right?
Yeah.
The bass player, Mike Watt, Minutemen. We opened up for him in 2009, and this is a minute ago. But he looked at our van. He's like, none of this shit's strapped down. And we're and he was talking about when he was on tour with Dinosaur Jr. and he was riding around with Jay Mascis. They homeboy broke his fucking neck or back or something because when the van rolled, they got in an accident. When the van rolled, nothing was strapped down. He's like, you need to strap everything down. You need to strap the people down, and you need to strap the gear down. And that's
That
why.
is some Mike Watt shit to say.
That's he's not someone that's gonna look at a van and be like, oh, and if he sees something wrong with it, he's gonna be like, hey, like you don't want to die, do you? And the crazy shit is I didn't listen to him until after we rolled. We rolled the van and we fucking survived, and then I'm like, oh, I should have fucking listened to Mike Watt.
You don't even. We did 2 tours in a Subaru packed with all our gear and all our shit, which meant that
Forester is a
Subaru
sedan.
Forester
It's a fucking
sedan with all of our shit and all 4 of us, and it meant that the back seat there was 1 seat on the end, and then there was about like 1/4 of a seat next to it.
Yeah.
So if you were in the back, you were like real
We
real
got dome
close.
rocked so many times.
Yeah. By amps and shit falling. Yeah. Like, oh my god, if
But I used to do that shit like when I first started touring in like 03. Cause you know I'm a little bit older, but like I've been at it for like 20 years. I've been going like hard. But we didn't have any fucking seats. We just had like the back of this van, and so all the gear was like sitting right next to us, no seats, and we just sat on blankets. And it's like you don't think about it when I was like, because I used to drink a lot when I was like in my early 20s, and I didn't give a fuck. I was just like, yeah, we're having a party with our friends and we're driving around. But you didn't think about it for 1 second. If we hit something, like all that gear would just crush us. And that's why there's this thing. Because and
so see that we have to give some thought to
Do
that,
the mic,
guys,
brother.
to the band. You know, we have to give some thought to that, you guys. Really,
You're right.
You know, because that is true. I don't want anybody to get hurt. You know?
yeah, it's safety first.
Yeah.
I mean, playing music is
agree.
the most fun thing ever, and traveling with your friends and playing music with your friends is the most fun thing ever. But it is, you know, it's more dangerous than getting in a plane. Like statistically speaking, you get in a plane, you're safer than if you get in a car. If you get in a car,
especially on some rock and roll road trip shit, dude.
when I was opening up for HR from Bad Brains, we yeah. He's my friend. But we were going down this mountain. And it was in this van, and I remember, like, you see, if you look right up there, there's that bar you can hold on to called Oh Shit Bar.
Oh yeah,
You see,
the shit bar, yeah.
HR was grasping the Oh Shit Bar, like hard as fuck, and he was just going like this. He was just, so I'm taking all these windy mountain roads. It's dangerous out there, especially in California. There's a lot of mountains.
Where is this? Like the one or something?
This was what the fuck is that big lake? Tahoe.
Right. So it's like one of the goes up to Reno and Tahoe. Yeah. You know, it's like they are crazy roads.
I was driving from Tahoe to Sacramento for the second gig, and it was just some windy ass shit. Like, and so my advice is get a cage if you can.
Right.
And wear seatbelts.
Cool.
Because
right, that's the thing. So it's like I got the van for $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
So it's cool. I mean, it's it's good. It's great.
It's cool.
Yeah, but making it safe is, it's currently set up with 2 seats, and then a thing in the back. A bench. Yeah, row in the back.
Yeah.
And
So 2 captain seats and then a bench, kind of like this right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The other thing you do is get a big piece of wood, and then there's things called load stabilizers where they're like big pieces of metal that put pressure on the side of the van. That'll keep the wood in place.
Oh, wow.
And then you push all the gear up. That's like a cheap way of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But if one of these cages and get it well, it's probably like $400 or $500. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm no car guy. I just pay geniuses.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Hit up one of your sons.
Yeah. Right. No. He'll do that, and he'll put it all the electricity. And I wanted to get it in such a way that they could pull up anywhere and then do a show. And so, like maybe with a generator that would fit, and make it so they could just pull up to any park or any space and public space,
show gets rolled,
and then
dude.
just set up and
After party, 2
and
blocks
just set
away.
it right.
A
And just-
mobile renegade rock and roll
This is who
vehicle.
we
Yeah.
have backing us.
Yeah.
It's unstoppable.
Well, all I gotta say is my dad, the whole time before he passed a couple years ago, but the whole time I was doing my band, he didn't support it at all. So to have this man in your lives is a beautiful, wonderful thing. And I know I just met y'all, but like I'm like I can feel things in here just right off the bat,
Right.
just from meeting y'all. Like, and my roommate Josh knows you.
Yes. Dude, do you remember CCD?
Colony collapse disorder.
Yeah, that's
my
his
roommate.
roommate, dude. Josh, the
Josh,
singer.
yeah.
I know, when he told me that shit, I was like, holy fuck.
Can you crank the AC a little bit? Everyone, this is Allie. Say hi to Allie.
Hi,
Allie.
We've been doing this. We're about at 20 episodes of this podcast, and
Cool.
and we started off doing it in the van, and then now it's kind of the thing. Is like we have bands and people, just weirdos. We find
Bands
weirdos
in the van.
Yeah,
right.
just interesting humans in the van, and then we got mics and we talk and blah 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 blah. And,
Cool.
But yeah, let's get to like what. Do you want to tell the Denny story? You're sick of talking about it? Can we just at least elaborate on that a little bit?
Well, I'll just say it's funny because we've been talking to
hold the mic.
we've been talking to a lot of people about Denny's, and most of the people we talk to about Denny's are like fucking news stations and people that don't know shit about punk shit, DIY shit.
Yeah.
And
They're acting like it's never been done before.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. So that's what we've told every single news station. We're like, it's funny you guys want to interview us. The ironic thing is this shit happens every fucking weekend.
Yeah.
And there's like a whole community of people that are doing this shit. And you guys like have no idea. And it's like, oh, we did it at a Denny's. And that was, sure, great and special and fucking awesome.
It was, for
But
sure.
I mean, that shit fucking can happen anywhere, you know? Like,
And all over the country too.
all over the
It's
country.
not just Southern California.
And it's funny, people don't fucking know that. And
Yeah.
we fucking news people come up to us and they're like, they have no fucking idea. They saw the video and they know about the damages and they see the fucking mosh shit and they're like, oh, these people were just fighting the whole time. And it's so hilarious. We have to like explain like, dude, no, like these people fucking loving each other. Everybody's just pissed. And this is like the group of people that are fucking pissed. And this is how we fucking love each other. And they're just like, you guys are fucking wackos.
Yeah. Yeah, no pun intended or pun intended.
Both.
Pun intended and no pun intended.
Exactly.
But what I noticed about the one news interview, because I've been like ever since I saw that video, I've been following y'all. Like I'm just like, this is the most exciting band I've caught. Like,
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah.
But like it's so funny because they're like they said something about you like they're like, oh, although the band has decided not to go mainstream, it's like who do they have writing this shit?
No, you know what's really funny is we did a whole, God bless Vicky. What was that her name? Vicky or something?
Right.
She was a sweetheart. You know what's really funny is that her story, whatever, Spectrum News, they told her like, oh, you're about to go do a story on some assholes that destroyed a Denny's in a band. And then she came to us and we fucking flipped the whole script on her and we're like, no, this shit happens all the time. And like what you saw was this cathartic exercise of kids that are pissed. You think the kids are stupid. They might sound stupid because they're young, but they fucking know that shit's fucked up. And we're like, this is what we do. And she was like, wow, it's crazy. I came here thinking they told me I was supposed to talk to some asshole kids.
Was that the reporter you were emailing and you were posting on the story?
No.
Fox
That was a bitch from Fox
No.
News.
And what did she?
Can I say something?
Yeah, say
Okay.
it. Talk.
Okay.
Talk.
This is what has me pissed about like okay, the fucking like the exposure, it's nice. Like I'm glad like people have been exposed to our band and are now like listening to our music because they heard about us through a meme. Like that's sick. But Fox like got us the most negative press that they possibly could because they're a fucking racist ass news company and like and all these people that are like calling us like assholes and like destroying public property and shit. Like Denny's is a multi-billion-dollar corporation. They don't need our fucking money and we paid them anyways. Like
They got $1 billion worth of fucking promotion.
Literally.
Yeah.
And
we
we
don't
got
advertise. Nobody says Denny's, and there was Denny's everywhere. Denny's. You know,
we took care of the person who booked that show by starting 2 GoFundMes for him. And our community took care of him. And
$1,800 bill that they
for
put
lights and
lights
tables.
and like one table and a chair.
You know what the other thing that's funny is Denny's, it probably has billions of dollars in insurance on top of that.
Literally.
And they could have just filed a claim and just been like, oh, these hooligans came and destroyed our restaurant.
Quite
And so
literally.
they probably, you know.
And
they-
the
they're probably
same
just- Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
The same type of
I'm just
people
getting passionate.
criticizing us are the same type of people that were at Woodstock fucking ruining everything at Woodstock or like whatever.
They weren't, honey.
No,
I was.
okay.
No,
But you know what I mean.
It's the next generation.
Are you talking about
you know,
Woodstock
that's an-
'99? Because
Well,
or Woodstock
No, I'm talking-
'69?
69. You know, I'm saying because there is
Michael,
a
you were at
difference.
Woodstock?
See, because I'm a lot older. I'm 72.
Yeah,
you know,
that's my
most
mom's
of the
age.
parents and stuff like that are, you know, a generation younger than, and they're the ones that grew up through the 70s and in the 80s and stuff like that. There's a real difference. People from the
They
60s.
bum-rushed the gates at Woodstock and they trashed it and nobody cleaned it up. And like
That's
that's
most
fine.
festivals.
That's fine.
That's
That's
most
totally
festivals.
cool.
Yeah.
Like it was not fucking paid for. And for those people to be criticizing us when we literally took care of it, like we took care of that Denny's and we didn't even really fucking have to. And like all
my point is this: you gotta have the annual. See, I was of that generation, so I'm 72. So I don't think people who are 72 are complaining. They're not even looking at this shit.
they're talking-
Most 72-year-olds are like, "Hey, where's the pills, dear?"
I can attest to this. Is
Is it time for my enema? You know.
Yeah.
But, okay.
My
all
mother's
that
71, so I can attest to this. Yeah.
All that they've done for us is like, okay, like the publicity is nice, but they've given us negative publicity and then they ask us to come out on our own time for free and we say, hey, can we get $10 for gas? Hey, can we get $20 for gas for like
Fuck no.
Exactly. You know what they say? We're just a news company. We can't do anything about that. Same with Vice. Like, fuck Vice. Like, Vice has killed so many fucking music scenes. They killed the Russian hard bass techno scene. And like they did not fucking pay those people. And like they killed the Berlin techno scene. Now it's all fucking corny because like Vice was all over it. And what they do is they just fucking exploit like musicians and artists and then don't pay them. That's why I'm just like,
Nobody
fuck,
says this
fuck
shit,
them. Fuck them. Like,
Nobody says this
fuck
shit.
them. That's all I have to say.
Well, it's being said. It's being said on
No,
the
that's
podcast.
true.
Well,
SUPcast.
You
with
heard it
Neil.
first.
I'm Neil P. And Gartex. Okay.
what was
this
your-
is fucking Gartex. And Gartex means fucking business.
True.
Yeah, fuck you.
I will kill all the CEOs. I will kill Jeff Bezos at the guillotine tomorrow. I will kill the CEO of Vice. I will kill the CEO of Fox News. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you guys. for
That's what Wacko
supporting
has
poor
coming for
people
you.
And artists.
I'm with that.
No, yeah,
all I gotta
we've been trying to flip everything. It's
Kill everyone
hilarious.
with kindness.
It's hilarious.
And kisses.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious that
I'm just fucking around.
it's hilarious that it's such a big fucking news deal across America of punks in a Denny's. Like, of course, any fucking band that would play in a Denny's, you know, of course it's gonna go off, you know. But it's just hilarious that they see this shit and it's like. Honestly, it's fucking really funny because it's like maybe mainstream society's first glance at like a true fucking rock and roll fucking dance floor with some kids. And they haven't seen some shit like that ever.
Right.
In a
ever.
minute.
Yeah, at least in a minute or ever. And and that's fucking tight, but it's just so confusing to these people. They're like, they see that shit. They're like, no, dude, fuck that. Fuck all those kids. Whatever they did, are they $1,800 worth of damages? Fuck all those kids. Fuck all the bands. You know.
The thing that's threatening is that because it's in a public place, it's in a place that they know.
Yeah,
See,
it's-
Family friendly.
Yeah,
They know that bullshit, all crazy stuff is happening, but it's in its own place. It's contained. It's in a, club that's set up for it. You know, it's in the dark. It doesn't
in the
invade
shadows.
middle America.
Yeah.
But this Denny's, you mean the Denny's are doing this?
We fucking invaded middle America, dude. Yeah, no, I think your original question is how did the Fox News thing come about? What was this? Probably the first day after Denny's, like after we're like just starting to realize like holy fuck, this shit's blowing up. This is before the Billboard article about us, before the Rolling Stone article about us. Rolling Stone, Italy, quote, says, WACKO, true rock and roll, unlike we see anymore. End quote, Rolling Stone, Italy. So fucking true.
I mean, to their credit, there's no PA and you're just fucking yelling the lyrics.
Yeah, and what I was saying,
Yeah.
Gabby's
That's
amp
what you
broke.
do.
We both play guitar. Gabby plays fucking lead guitar, and her amp broke, and I was like, dude, just plug into my guitar amp, do your shit, and I'll
Yeah.
just fucking scream. So that was most of the set. Like the amp broke, and
Do you remember the story with Ian Mackay and Minor Threat where the PA just didn't arrive? And
No.
all the kids just sang all the words, and Ian just with no mic, just like,
yeah.
ah, guilty,
cool.
oh, man.
dude, wait, are you gonna go to the show? Are you coming to the show?
We're here?
Yeah, wait. Did you guys get tickets? Or you guys
No.
need to way in? Okay, we're gonna get you in.
Okay.
Yeah, through that back door, dude. That is the way, dude.
We like she and I might have food poisoning right now.
Oh,
We just, but so no, but I feel a little better. You
better
Do you
get
feel a
some-
little better?
There's
We
water.
had Mediterranean food. It tasted so good, and then we got to the van. We got to the van, and we're just like, "Are we sick?" I'm like, "Are we sick? Allie, are you sick?"
I mean, I feel a little better.
Okay.
It was like,
Yeah, I thought I was gonna be sick. And, what?
Should have gone to Denny's.
Yeah.
No way.
No, but I was thinking of how weird would it be if like I never met any of y'all and then I just like grab the garbage can and start puking like right next to you, like.
Dude, it would have been so appropriate.
Yeah, would you be with it? Would you guys be with it? All right, cool. I'm with it. Okay, once again, we took a little break. We're back here. This is SUPcast with Neil P. I'm Neil P. And I'm here with the band WACKO from Long Beach, California. And WACKO, you've seen the memes. This is the fucking band. There's actually humans behind the memes, and
Minus
I knew that.
Alan, who isn't here, the drummer.
Minus
Where's
Alan.
Alan, by the way.
Alan, he's somewhere handling business like we
Alan,
should.
we miss you.
But we're fucking getting drunk in the van instead.
Here, though? Yeah.
He's here, I think.
Okay.
But this is the thing is like when I saw that shit. I mean, I've been doing the punk rock thing for like I said, 20 years. It warmed my heart and it made me feel like. Damn. Because check it out, like I work for these dudes and they kind of just like complain about how there's like rock and roll, the people aren't rocking anymore, it's all hip hop. But no, I hear this shit at work every single day. Oh, everyone just wants to do their hip hop right. True, hip hop is king right now. But when I saw that fucking clip at Denny's, I'm like, this is bullshit.
Tell them, son, send these guys out. That's the big thing that, the opportunity is now to try to support them with people who have connections and who want to put this forward.
All these
you
guys
know?
aren't looking in the right places.
No,
That's the thing.
That's the thing.
That's
You
the
get old drummer of Social Distortion. He's not gonna know what the fuck the 15-year-old kids are doing, dude. We're at fucking Denny's destroying Middle America, dude. They're not gonna have any idea. They grow up and their friends, stay into punk, leave punk, and they're like, the scene is dead.
But I refuse to have someone fucking tell me that the music that's coming out nowadays isn't good.
Oh no!
Because
sure.
so I'm 38 years old. I scroll my Facebook feed, and all it is these motherfuckers my age that got like 6 kids, and they fucking stop playing their instrument, and they sit around complaining about, sequence drums used to be just for demos, and it's like,
my God.
it's like it's an art form.
I'm sorry, dude. It's
an art form.
It's what's it called? They call it
What's the
Generation gap,
no.
cognitive dissonance.
Burning out.
Burning out. It's a self-conscious. That's what I'm saying. It's a self-conscious fucking thing. It's like you give up on your shit. You just see fucking bullshit. You're like, you're not even fucking digging deep, dude.
Also, having kids is no excuse. Michael is fucking 74, taking acid, going to grindcore shows with all of
You
us.
got no fucking excuse. He's got 5 fucking children, all geniuses.
Yeah.
Changing Middle America, like you said.
Yeah, right. Well, no, it is. Well, but all these guys are special, and their friends are special too. There's tons of people. We just drove down here with guys that have another band that that WACKO's going to play with, and they're awesome. I mean, they're totally awesome.
The Sleepers.
The Sleepers.
Long Beach, California.
And Landon ends up almost naked, rolling on the ground. It's so cool. It's so antithetical to what is being promoted as music performance. Taylor, we all should be Swifties, and it's like, and it's like you sing, and it's like, you go have your, ice cream, soda or something like that, and there's Landon, ripping his clothes off, rolling not just on the, like
And
on a
high
stage.
as fuck on acid,
It was
too.
in a backyard, and it was complete dirt. And there wasn't even any grass, and he's like rolling around in it, singing, yelling. So cool.
I mean, yeah.
Authentic. That's what, see, and it comes across. That's what these guys are, which is totally authentic. I mean, there's nothing about them that's posing. There's nothing about them that's made up. There's nothing about them that's calculated.
And that's the way it should be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's like power. And so it's super cool. And they all the people here are like that too. If they're coming out and they're participating, they're the same. There's no difference. There's
no barriers.
There's no barriers.
Yeah.
There's no barriers. They're creating the music. These guys are just playing it, but they're creating it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If they're not digging it, if they're not into it, it's not going to happen.
Well, and their energy is adding to the energy
Well,
of the performance.
their
It's
energy,
symbiotic.
Their energy is it.
Yeah.
Because these guys, when they're not playing, they're in the pit. It's not like they don't. It's like whatever show they go to, they're in the pit before they play for an hour or 2 hours. I don't know how fucking Luke is in the pit for 2 hours, then comes up and plays.
Divine inspiration.
There you go.
People who are saying it's unacceptable, because that's mainly, I haven't looked at the news articles at all. I haven't read any of them because it's fucking overwhelming to me. But
There's been a lot,
basically the gist I've gotten is this is unacceptable. And it's like you were doing the same. I bet your fucking ass you were doing the same exact thing when you were our age.
Speedballs when they were our age, fucking doing crazy shit. The Fox News thing was funny because Fox posted an article without talking to us first, and they said some shit. They told us, we raise money, and then the comments, dude. Some of the craziest, most overtly racist shit I've seen. There was, dude, all over.
Yeah.
There was one comment, dude. I don't even understand it. I just know it was fucking racist. It said,
is it 15 minutes?
It was in a sea of.
Up all the shit for Luke.
We got 10 more minutes.
Okay.
It was in a sea of racist comments, and this one said, "I bet you they only have brown M&Ms in the green room." And
I don't understand.
I don't know if I get that one, but I'm offended.
Okay, real quick, I can explain that.
Yeah.
Okay,
What?
Okay, the Ozzy Osbourne
Right.
used to have these crazy tour riders. It was either Ozzy Osbourne or Van Halen.
Right.
And some of the shit was like a brandy glass full of brown M&Ms.
yeah.
and
We
stuff.
gotta write ours, dude.
So, honestly, I don't know. I could see where that might come off as racist, but I don't know if that was a racist comment.
Maybe. Oh my God! It was in a sea of racist comments.
Yeah. So how are you supposed to know?
Yeah, I was like.
The other thing is the other thing.
What does that mean, though?
No, what it was, he did it as a trick because the tour, the people were, they're supposed to provide all these things, certain kind of amps, certain kind of, microphones, this, that, whatever, all the way through down to the food and
like
stuff.
rock star shit.
And so what they would do to check if they read everything and did it was they said also a bowl of M&Ms only brown. And so then they'd come and look at that, and if it wasn't there, then they'd know, they didn't even read their shit,
What does
man.
that have to do
dude,
with us at Denny's?
I don't know. It was right in between. It was right in between.
Green room for
Yeah, it was right in between somebody saying, "Call the police on these kids right away." We would have, and they were
it
like,
might have been maybe a dig, like
Like you're
rock
gonna be,
stars
you're right, like
or-
you're rock
Does that
stars,
seem
right?
like we
Yeah.
have a PA?
It doesn't make any. It doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Well-
It's weird. But anyway, that's the origin of this story.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
Well,
either
basically, fuck Fox, dude.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
And so they hit us up, and I was like, they sent us a message. I just saw it on Instagram. They're like,
Well,
"Are
what
you
did-
sure you
what
don't?
did NPR
Are you
ask?
sure you
I
don't
mean,
want
they're
to?"
smart. They
Well, that's a different. They asked. They already. The story was already broken. They didn't. I just was like, no, rock and roll shit's been going on forever. Denny's was whatever, dude.
Yeah.
But Fox, this lady messaged me and said, "Are you sure you don't want to talk to us?" And I was like, WACKO does not fuck with Fox. And I was like, the only way that we will agree to let you use our footage and interview us is if we can say, fuck Fox. If you will put a statement on your channel that says, WACKO says fuck Fox News and fuck all their reporters and their supporters. Like, if it can get bleeped out. And I'm assuming they're going to say, no, we're not going to do that. And then this lady fucking balls up tells me, I'm Asian. Fox would never hire me. And I'm like, okay, dude, this lady sounds chill. All right, yeah, for sure. And then we have this interview, and after it's done, I see her put the microphone away, and it says, Fox. She's like, we're not Fox, we're Channel 11. I don't fucking have a TV. I've lived in a van for 9 years. I don't know what the difference between Fox and Channel 11 is, but this lady was like, I'm Asian. Fox would never hire me. I was like, oh, you sound chill. And then she got us. Whatever, dude. She broke the story first. Fuck her.
But it might be a Fox affiliate, but it's not the Fox News cable news right-wing news station.
I feel like the
Really?
fan base
Yeah,
is
that
not
could-
really gonna know the
might be-
difference.
That can happen.
Oh, no. Well, I've been talking shit, dude.
Well, there's a there's a difference between like we're a Fox News affiliate, like local news channel, and then like Fox News is like Bill O'Reilly and all that.
They're still owned by
Right.
Fox,
I don't know.
and Fox can
For real.
That microphone
That's what I'm
said
saying.
Fox on it, and I was pretty bummed that a microphone held up to my face on fucking national TV said Fox, and then my fucking dumbass mouth was
You
right
know,
there.
it just goes, it's about who your audience is. So Billboard, they're going to write something cool, man, because their audience is cool people and musicians
The Billboard
and
magazine,
stuff like that.
The Billboard article was the best one.
And then Fox News, who they are geared toward.
They're just gonna
who-
scare
right,
America.
right.
They're gonna be like, look at these kids. They're
Right, exactly. They're not going to say, "Oh man, this is the way to go." Everybody should look at this footage and think about this is real rock and roll and how can we participate. No way. They're not going to say that to their audience, man. Their audience wants to hear, "Oh, these fucking people, we're going to get them, Somebody's going to get them. Somehow we're thinking about it right now. How do we get them? How do we keep them down? Keep them in their cages?"
Well, and a lot of it has to do with an age thing. I feel like because they're removed from the newer generation, they just have to
of
lump
course.
everyone
No,
into the millennial thing.
Well, it's definitely an age thing, but the thing is it's not just about the years. It's about the culture of those ages, of that time, and it was a big movement to repress after the 60s, and then you had the 80s, and you have all, the economic crisis and all this kind of stuff, a lot of stuff that pushed everybody down, a lot of negativity. The 60s grew up, it was like, fuck, man, it was like the sky was the limit. There was no repression. They hadn't, they didn't even think about that. Then they had to get the machine going. How do we repress it? How do we keep these people down?
Yeah.
And then it's just the development of that, and so other generations, the previous generations were really subject to that. Now things are exploding. The whole fucking world is falling apart anyway with all of the climate change and all of the wars and all of this shit.
Yeah.
So it's like there's no way you can pull the wool over you. There's no way. There's
Well,
no way
because
you can tell the kids, "Oh, everything's nice. You should go to school and come out of school and then go. We're gonna find you a nice little factory job." I mean, the fucking world's going to blow up any minute. They're like, "Man, I want to party. I want to have some fun before it all goes."
Yeah. Well, especially with the internet, everything's right in front of our faces.
Sure.
We're literally watching all this terrible
Of
shit
course.
happen in real time.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like you can't escape it, and it's all negative. You
So
know what
what's
I
the
mean?
antidote?
There's,
Rock and roll.
That's it. Right, exactly. And
Rock apocalypse.
Rock and roll. Yeah.
Rockopolis. Rockalopolis.
Right.
I'm ready, man.
Yeah, dude, we're ready too, dude. We're ready to hit the fucking first band on the road after the bomb drops, dude. That's us. We're gonna bring the Terror Dome to the show.
Is it time to go and set up?
So real quick,
All right.
We got
Let's
5 more
complete.
minutes.
real quick, I thought the
Last questions,
most
yeah.
poignant thing I read on y'all's Instagram is just like, listen, this has been going on. This has been going on for years, and if you aren't paying attention, you don't know about it. You said something along the lines of that.
So where the fuck are you?
Yeah, so it's like this isn't some new thing. Someone just put a spotlight on it.
No,
Like,
we're blessed that we got the spotlight, but it's an ironic, funny thing because I'm like, I can think of an infinite amount of people that deserve this just as much or even more than us, and like, like you fools that are watching fucking CBN, whatever, CNN, Inside Edition, Spectrum News, any of these stations that told us, none of those fools will ever know what that fucking shit is like, you know, and what it's like to grow up in that fucking DIY punk shit where you're like, everything fucking sucks, but holy shit, there's a whole community of people that are like, everything fucking sucks, let's go beat each other up while we listen to music and love each other. Like, they'll never be able, you know, their time is past for that shit. They'll never be able to understand that shit.
Yeah.
So it's fucking really hilariously ironic that, oh, this punk band at Denny's, oh, they did all this shit. Like, whatever, dude. This shit happens all the fucking time. Dude.
It's like, remember when you used to have fun?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Dude, does anyone remember when you used to have fun when you were young? And that's the thing, is when I saw that shit, I'm like, I used to do that.
Yeah.
You know? And I still do. You know, I get up on stage and I did the Reagan Youth thing. I do my own band. Like, I have a good time, but like, I'm in this fucking realm where it's like the nostalgia circuit, where it's a lot. No, that's what it is.
Yeah. They're stuck in that stagnicity.
That's what I'm saying. It's like when I saw y'all, it's like I need to get my band on a show like this, because when my band started out, it was basement parties. It was fucking backyard parties. Like in Michigan, it was just basements, backyards, DIY. We would play 3 shows in a night where we just drive around Detroit. You know?
Damn, Detroit back in the day sounds like the shit, dude.
Well, there's no rules, but now it's super fucking expensive and it's super gentrified and it's like
really Detroit.
Yeah.
Well, but there's
the worst place in America, they say.
There's some areas where it's still pretty gnarly, but like there's a fucking really.
You gotta go to Detroit. Dude.
You would love it.
I know I would.
I want a Midwest tour more than anything in my fucking
Do it.
life.
If you need, I know a lot of venues out there, so if you need any help, just let me know.
Hell
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Like,
Cool.
That's where I'm from. Like that.
Fuck yeah.
Sick.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, that's right. You're from that.
Yeah, y'all should play the Trumbleplex in Detroit. They would love you. They would love you.
Fuck,
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
Trumbleplex, dude. That sounds like the Staples Center, dude. That sounds tight.
No, it's the anarchist commune.
Fuck yeah.
It's like either that or Crow Manor. It's as DIY in Detroit as they come. There's a community there. It's not like this. Like there's not lines around the block.
This is insane.
But it's a lot of lovely people that support each other and are struggling as well. I mean, the struggle is everywhere. But that's the thing. That what I like is. You're taking your platform right now and you're letting the fucking world know that this is about community and about like it's a family and we're in this together and we're not like fucking shit up. Like I was on your Facebook, dude. I lurked around. You like are a loving dude with like you love your family and like this is family right here. Yeah. So it's like they can paint it any way they fucking want. But like anyone like me that's been through this shit can see what you guys are doing and be like, this is authentic. It's real and it's lovely and it warms my heart and I'm going on a rant.
Right. But the last thing is the music. You know, these guys are really skilled. You know,
y'all's drummer's sick.
It's like all of these guys have been doing this for years. They're young, but they started when they're 13. They started when they're 14. They started when they're 15. They've been doing it for 10 years, and they've honed their skills. That's the thing. They create the awesome music.
The 3 musicians that I play in a band with in WACKO are modern day's greatest artists of all time. When it comes from music, when it comes from forward thinking, when it comes from just art in general, WACKO and this shit, we are from the fucking future. And that's what I think people are fucking afraid of because they see this shit. They're like, oh, fuck, dude. This is what we have. But it won't even matter because all those fools will be long gone and the fucking earth will be inherited by the gods again.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Yeah. Clap your hands together for that. That was good.
Let's go.
So where are we at?
One last thing.
Okay.
I swear to God, Jeff Bezos, if you don't fucking pay your taxes this year, if you don't end homelessness like you have the ability to, we're gonna fucking take you to the guillotine, and I mean that. Los Angeles and Santa Ana, you're fucking getting guillotined. And also, listen to Meshuggah.
Yeah, Ozfest 2002. I was
WACKO
there.
Meshuggah, can we get that going?
Let's get it going.
WACKO
Yeah.
Meshuggah,
And the Locust.
and the Locust.
Fuck yeah.
Sold out.
And ICP.
Wait, no, we're trying to get on the Gathering. And that's what it should be that year.
Yeah.
The Gathering should be WACKO, ICP, the Locust, Slipknot, Corn, Vane,
Meshuggah,
and Meshuggah.
And Reagan you.
Downtown Brown.
We'll talk to the guys in ICP. We played together twice.
Wait. If you could actually get us on some Juggalo shit, because for a while we were about
Joey.
before this Denny shit was gonna blow up. Like, I mean, WACKO, like, it's so funny. Like, we were Juggalos from the fucking moment we were born. It just took us until this time to realize this shit. And we were about to be like, we're gonna come out as the sickest fucking Juggalo punk band that there ever was.
It's not too late.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
It's not too late.
And so but we had this whole thing. We were writing a single for it called "Down with the Clown Till You're Dead in the Ground," or like some like clown shit in the ball pit, some stupid shit where we were gonna come out in this like interview where we were like, we are a Juggalo band, and then it was just gonna be some fucking Juggalo ass shit, and we were hoping that would reach our ICP, Violent Jade, Shaggy.
Real quick. Joe and Joey, if you're watching this, which you're probably not, but fucking WACKO Gathering 2020.
Gathering 2020.
WACKO,
Dude.
Slipknot, Korn, Reagan Youth, Downtown Brown 2020 Gathering. Let's make it happen.
Meshuggah, Vane.
Meshuggah. Mudvayne too.
Oh shit,
Vane.
Vane and Mudvayne.
Damn.
So hey, we're gonna call it. Anything else? We got WACKO, Long Beach, California.
Yeah.
How do you tighten a load fastener?
How do you tighten a load fastener? That's your laugh?
It has a lever. It's pressure.
You pull it in,
Yeah.
it pulls things.
It's a
It
bar.
pushes things tighter.
It's a bar, and it has you press the lever, and it puts pressure on these rubber feet onto the side of the van. Yeah, and you can get it at a Home
It's
Depot
like
or
a
Lowe's.
thing.
You were
It's
thinking
like
about
a
that
thing
for a
that like those shower curtains that you twist. and then,
Exactly.
Right. All right. Let's go.
And that's how you fasten a load.
Thank you, WACKO. Thanks for being on the
love you, Neil.
podcast.
All right.
Yeah,
Thank you. You gotta come. You gotta come
We'll do
tonight.
Is it sold out?
It might be sold out, but we can get you guys in.
in through the back door.
Hey,
no,
thank
no
you.
pressure.
Thank
If you guys can't make it, there'll be
Well, how
plenty
can I
more.
get in is the question. How can we get in?
Well, we should probably take you through the side right now.
Wow! Wait, can we get a little second with Ruben in the frame? Get yourself in the frame with me. This is Ruben. Ruben catches these moments.